We are back from our hiatus. Long-awaited return. Welcome back to the pod.
No, you messed it up.
Hello, girls and gays. Hello, girls and gays. Welcome back to the pod.
This is Keeping in Touch with hosts
Chia.
and Bug.
And today, it is our long-awaited return. And we thought we'd do something a little special and make banana bread for you guys. Because we've been away for so long. And I know you missed us. I know the loyal pod watchers missed us.
We're back, we're so back. And we're gonna talk about why we were gone.
Yeah, because there was reasons. We weren't just like blowing you off for no reason.
No,
we were
busy.
We were busy.
We were busy.
Not that we don't prioritize you, but we were busy.
I mean, should we say the title of the episode? They've read it already.
Yeah.
But
This episode, we are talking about how we
hot girl summered too close to the sun.
We were Icarus. We were both Icarus this entire summer. And it was beautiful.
We saw some beautiful things
It
out
was
there.
beautiful and it was terrible.
But then we hit the ground after.
Sonica hit the ground.
I mean,
I've been
Post Freaks was hitting the ground.
Yeah, but Freaks doesn't
Freaks
count in this episode. That's like a whole other thing. No, today we're talking about how we hot girl summered and all of our conquests and adventures together. So
the true journey
yeah,
we've gone on. We started summer early too. We
yeah,
kicked off
in
in May. So
we've had a long summer. It's August now, almost end of August.
We have like several weeks till August is done.
That's
Sunday is
insane.
September.
It has been a long summer, and I've loved every second of it.
It's been marvelous.
But
so because we hot girl summer too close to the sun, we are inhabiting cottagecore vibes.
Yes.
You see the flowers.
we are healing,
And we're baking.
Because sometimes there's not much you can do other than bake.
You know, it's a very girl thing to
Yeah.
go through something and just bake something.
Yeah.
I feel like creating something
Yeah.
that you can like nourish your body with.
Yeah,
is a
like
big
I
secret
can't
process.
fly 7,000 miles to see someone, but I can bake banana bread. It's a perfect solution.
It never fails.
It never fails.
It never fails.
And you have a sweet treat.
Literally.
It helps.
It's all the
It's
girl
healing.
things encompassed into a very healing thing.
Exactly.
So we're gonna be doing that
Today
but,
with you.
yeah. So where do you want to start? We had the mashed bananas.
That's the first step.
Yeah. We
Okay.
had the mashed bananas.
We have to multitask, which we've never done on this pod before. So.
Yeah, you're gonna see us in motion.
We have 4 bananas. You can mash.
Okay.
I'll cut the eggs and shit.
I'm a fan of
A mash fan?
Mash.
Okay. So where do we begin?
Like truly, I don't know. Should we start with the occurrences in Asia?
Like, yeah.
Because that's when our summer began.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the bulk of the hot girl summering occurred. A
Maybe
nice
not the
chunk
bulk.
of it.
Like, I would say like 60%.
Yeah, it's like just.
But to be honest,
past
like we did
majority.
hot girl summer really hard in Asia.
Oh, like
We took Asia and gripped her by the neck.
we hit the ground
Running. Yeah.
So
we took no time. We did not take any time to spare.
we napped for jet lag and then we were out. We were out there.
We were out
We
on
were
the
out
streets,
in the world.
figuratively and literally.
Oh, it was beautiful.
It
What
was
a time.
beautiful.
What a time. And so many things have happened since things
yeah.
about like Asia. So I feel like we should give them the backdrop,
Okay,
a
yeah.
summary.
So, okay, wait. Jano, eat that. Eat it. Eat it. If you've seen any of our other episodes, you know Sana and I were put through the ringer this past year.
As I think a lot of people were. Like
Yeah,
I keep seeing a lot of media of like, if you make me relive October 2023
Oh no, I would rather.
to present day,
Yeah.
no. I
It
think
was like October to like February.
no, it was like just fucking diabolical this
Yeah.
year. Like I don't think it was like it was not funny. Like
It was not funny. Like God was not messing around. We were put through the ringer. Like
through it.
we were
Literally-
in the trenches.
And not just us, like literally every hot girl I know.
Crawling through the mud, like in the trenches.
Things that ladies should not be doing,
No.
frankly,
No.
in my opinion.
And it was ridiculous.
It was genuinely crazy.
And all this to say, Sana and I were like, look, we need a fucking break. We need a treat. We need an adventure. We need an Odyssey quest after what we've been through.
We needed a fucking vacation.
Yeah, that sums it up. We needed a fucking vacation. So we were like, where do we go? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm Vietnamese. I haven't been back home in 4 years. Let me show you around. Let me take her, return to Vietnam with my trophy wife. Like,
beautiful.
And it was beautiful. And we were like, this is what we deserve. After everything we've been through, this is what we fucking deserve. And so,
Girls trip of the century.
Girls trip of the century. And so after going through hell the entire year, we were like, let's do this. And so come May 2024, we hit Vietnam. Sana, you take it away. Take it away.
Le recette.
Le recette?
Una maman. Una maman. Merci. Merci. A preheated oven.
Mm-hmm.
Mashed bananas.
The skin, the eggs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Like 24-hour flight journey. Like so long.
It was insane. I've never been to Asia. This
She's
is, like,
never been. It was
completely
crazy. It was so exciting.
It was so exciting. The flights, I don't think I'd flown
That long.
that long since I was like, we went to visit my family when I was like 15 in Florida. Like, I've not been on a long flight like that in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were so lucky. We had a whole row to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It was gorgeous.
What the fuck?
Girl, how'd you
That never happened.
crack it on the side?
Hey, Michelle got it.
She got there. But yeah, so we, after an honestly pretty harmless journey.
Yeah, it was harmless. I was just bored out of my brain because in the first leg of the journey, Sana and I were together and that was beautiful, and then we were separated and I was so bored.
Yeah, that flight was pretty mean because I also got like the most temporary UTI known to man.
Oh yeah.
Only on that flight, and it was so evil. I had a window seat and I had this like lovely like older couple sat next to me, but UTI literally started UTIing the second the plane took off.
Yeah.
So every like 20 minutes I would have to make these lovely old people get up
Yeah.
to let me go to the bathroom. And I like experienced so much anxiety because of that. I literally at one point when it got dark, because it was a night flight, climbed over them. The man in the like seat across from like the little like walkway saw me and like took my things and held them for me as I like crawled over these two older people. And oh my god, it was rather diabolical. And then luckily there was a seat open by the bathroom.
Yeah, Sana just took a random seat.
I was like, can I sit here? And there were just two older men and they were like intrigued by me and I was clearly upset and they didn't really ask many questions. And I went into egg mode, passed out, and then we were in Asia, baby. We were in Asia.
Sana, like, while she was experiencing this hellish UTI, I was just bored out of my brain because I'm a little
I
psychopath.
should have
Like,
come and got you.
you should have come to me.
I did not cluck. I was in my own world though. I was on a
A
quest.
UTI will do that to you.
Yeah.
But I don't watch movies on planes. All I do, no matter how long the plane is, I will
Music.
just listen to music and stare into the void.
That's
Doesn't
what
matter if
we
it's
should do.
12 hours, 14 hours, I'll do it. Just sitting, like, staring blankly for, like, 14 hours, I was so bored.
I mean, you were mentally ready for when we hit the ground.
Exactly.
Like, you basically meditated.
Yeah. I was manifesting. I was stirring the pot.
Cooking up the Hako journey we were about to embark on.
Exactly.
I think our first night was pretty tame. Because we were jet lagged.
What did we even do the first
The
night?
first night we didn't do anything, but we met the English trio the second night because it was torrential rain.
Yes, but on the first night we got coconuts in Beer Street, and we met our friends. Our friends, our little Vietnamese
our
friends.
guy.
Yeah, our guys, our
guy on Beer
bodyguards.
Street.
Yeah.
So like our first night we weren't like jet lagged, but we also weren't.
We had just been on like a 24-hour like journey day, so
we
were
weren't
like,
tired, but I personally was not social.
Yeah.
Post to that journey. But like we've gone into our room, it was so cute.
Yes,
Mold.
I loved. It did have mold,
It
but
did have mold.
the cuteness made up for
But the
it.
cuteness was fine. We
How
had a
much
little
butter?
balcony. Quarter cup.
So like that much.
60 grams. Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
But yeah. So we had this adorable room. It was so cute.
It was
We
so
had a little
girly pop
balcony.
slay. It was so
We
cute.
did have to climb up the craziest stairs to get in there, and it only locked with a padlock.
There was.
It only locked with
It was a
a
bit crazy,
padlock.
but we were so high up that like
You
I
felt
felt
safe.
so safe because
And we
like
had the
no intruder is gonna
Crazy gate.
no intruder
With
is
the
gonna climb
padlock.
up like 10 million flights of stairs just to get to
And
our
you
little
have to
shitty
get,
flat.
like, you know, wire cutters to get
Yeah.
into the room. So it was pretty, like, it was pretty ratchet in its safety measures, but we felt safe.
I felt so
regardless.
safe.
I felt fine.
I feel like
The two padlocks between me and anyone that would get into the building.
unstoppable.
I know.
I feel divinely protected when I'm in Asia, especially Southeast Asia, especially Vietnam, because that is my home.
Exactly.
And
What's gonna happen?
I just feel divinely protected.
Exactly.
Nothing bad happened to us when we were in Vietnam,
it was,
period.
it was fine, but like it was such a funny room. They like informed us that there was mold and tried to move us, but we'd already unpacked, and we're like, no, but we like her.
Yeah, and
so
they were like,
we'll
they
face
copy
it.
us, like...
We'll face the music. If we die, we die. We're young, whatever. But yeah, we only had a padlock to lock our room.
Yeah.
We had to go up the craziest stairs every time. But
Yeah.
it had a beautiful balcony.
And there was
beautiful
no,
view.
like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the TikToks of, like, backpackers traveling, like, Airbnbs in Vietnam, but it's like, you walk through this, like, alleyway sewer dungeon, and then suddenly you arrive at this, like, really cute
Like, no, it was so silly because there's also, like, always this lady 24 hours a day gutting fish
right
in front of our
outside.
alley.
It smelled
fish.
insane. The
Like-
smell was crazy.
Like, they would just be cracking open these fish.
yeah,
then
just
walk
large
past.
carcasses.
Like, there's photos of us on Instagram, like, in the alleyway. We love the alleyway.
yeah,
she was
so
away.
beautiful. Yeah, love
But,
her.
and we were right next to the very famous train street.
Yes, Train Street.
Which I did
love
not
her.
realize how epic a placement we were in.
It was so awesome.
Oh, wow.
We were in like center of the old town. It was so nice, right near St. Joseph's Cathedral, right near Train Street, right near Beer Street. Like
It was all
perfect.
walking distance. It was
Funky and
excellent.
like so close.
It was swag. It was swag.
And yeah, just to finish on our little Airbnb, like it was so cute. There was such a nice view. I didn't get any photos of the balcony, but if Sana did, I'll insert them here. Like
I
the
have
room.
videos of me filming the rain.
Yeah, the room was just so cutie. Like I miss her so much.
Like, honestly, I could live in that room.
Me too.
Like-
Like fully.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
Yeah, and it was just so diabolical because getting up to the room, you had to walk up like 10 flights of
But we
steps
had
in
the best
pitch
aircon.
darkness.
We had
In pitch
aircon.
darkness.
So, like, it was like a journey through, like, this really,
The
like,
steps
dark,
were so steep
warm
too,
tunnel.
creaky, like moldy, mosquitoes
The
everywhere.
walls were so thin.
The moment you
could hear
step
everything.
outside of our Airbnb, mosquitoes swarmed like to my
Yeah,
legs.
yeah, yeah. But
In the
second
room, we
you
were
made
safe.
it into the room.
It was like a safe
It was
haven.
aircon, beautiful, stunning. Our
Yes.
view was back. The cute little color on the walls.
Yes.
The cute curtains.
The aircon was so beautiful. If you know, you know.
You know,
Aircon in the summer in Asia is so mandatory.
it's needed. It's a
If
necessity.
you don't have it, you will perish slowly.
Okay, let's check the recipe.
Okay. Also, I'm having a dinner party tonight at my house, like a going away party kind of.
Ooh.
And I don't know, like Sana and I are baking this banana bread, and I don't know if I'm gonna share it with the people, or if
I
we're gonna
mean-
have it to ourselves.
I feel like you get to be selfish, like you.
Yeah.
So,
Cause there are like 11
because you're
people
in the
coming,
home
and we're
alone as
having
well.
like a little piece of banana bread. Like I don't know if there's even gonna be enough to serve everyone, so might as well just serve us. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we can hide it. Hide our beautiful spoils. Girl, where
Melted
are
butter.
Measurements.
That's a cup. That's a cup.
That's a cup. I'm looking for a third cup. The smell of melted butter, to me, smells like America.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they put butter in everything?
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
That's why I win the grilled cheese off every time, is because I put in criminal amounts of butter. And everyone's like, how is it so good? I'm like, well, you just live scared. Okay?
You're scarce. You have a scarce mindset.
We're young. We don't have to
Scarcity
worry about
mindset.
fucking cholesterol.
I just added more vanilla because that is my favorite part of every baked good.
That's so
Vanilla.
weird. So real. So then, okay. We have to do the dry ingredient.
Yes. We did some sightseeing. We went to Beer Street. We made friends with some locals. It was beautiful. Second night,
us.
they loved us.
They fought for us to sit.
Because
where we
Sana
sat.
and I don't drink, so like Beer Street is obviously you go there to get
It
crunk.
was so silly.
And I was like, look, we just touched down. You know what I miss most about Vietnam? Having a coconut every single day. So I was like, dude, we don't drink, like, but we'll have a coconut if you have. And they did not have coconuts on the menu.
Mm-mm.
And they were like, sit down. And then we saw them like running like across town trying to acquire these coconuts for us. And they did it.
And they made friends for life.
They did it, and now whenever we went to Beer Street, every day
It was like we had a swarm of younger cousins defending us from the street. At one point, they like put us the closest to the street as possible.
Yeah.
And they would literally stand in front of us and be like, "Hey,
don't touch them, don't touch them."
Like, it was so.
They were like our little horde of younger brothers. It was so cutie.
A truly beautiful experience. I loved them.
So we had a nice little intermission or prelude to the Hogwarts summer activities.
Yeah.
Because day 2 is where it all started to go down. Shit went down. All right, I'll let you go.
Well, it all started with a tropical storm.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting all cute to go out for dinner.
Yeah.
We were both wearing white, I think.
Yeah, I was.
And I was in my full white pants and stuff. So we were not in the get wet clothing.
No.
We got beautiful, pretty makeup, all of it. It was stunning.
Mm-hmm.
And then we look out at the window.
Fucking torrential storm.
I'd never seen rain like that. But it's also the streets of Hanoi.
They aren't built for monsoon,
which is crazy because I'm assuming they've always been like that.
Yeah. So, all this to say, we step outside our apartment,
and
flood.
It's like you stepped into a shower at max, but everywhere.
It's like we stepped into a bathtub. Like,
there's a video of us with the rain. We can put that in.
And I will actually put in a video because I took it. Like, people would be driving trucks, motorbikes, but the water would be up here, like crazy.
It was insane. People were just like, yeah, I'm driving through the water in the street on my machine.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you not?
How is the machine
how's she going?
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. The stamina of Vietnamese people is insane. Anyhow, so because it was pouring rain, we were trying to go to our favorite restaurant on Train Street, which is Cafe 28. Period. If you're going to Vietnam, go to Cafe 28 in Hanoi. Lian. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was
and
our
her
girl.
Crazy family.
Yeah, she had a beautiful son who was learning English, and her husband was super nice. Tried to set me up with everyone who ever ate there.
Yeah.
Which was crazy, but anyway. We were trying to make it to Cafe 28, but this was a much longer walk along Train Street than
where we ended up.
Than when you enter Train Street, from the road.
And also the issue was we couldn't a lot of the stores that
were
normally open were closed, so we didn't think even if we walked up they would have been open.
Exactly. So
literally everything we were
walking, suffering through the rain, and then we passed this open restaurant, and there are 3 British people, and they're like, come in.
They repped the place.
They repped it so hard. We would not have gone in without them. And then,
but their vibes were infectious. And we gotta get a taste.
Exactly. The aura was crazy. We could feel it from a mile away.
I think them kicking off our Hawker summer.
They were amazing, and we still follow all 3 of them. Love them to death.
They're their biggest fans. I don't think I've been so obsessed with watching stories
from
Instagram.
People that we don't know that well.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. They need a reality TV show where they get paid to travel the world.
Exactly.
And I will die on this hill. We love them.
Yes, because the 3 of them had just quit their jobs before they came on their
They're
little
so iconic.
tour.
I can't.
And why wasn't MTV following them around? They were the most iconic trio ever. Mm-mm. So cute.
If anyone deserves TikTok fame, it's them.
Them. Yeah. Honestly, I almost want to plug them.
I want to see them again.
I want to see them again.
I feel like we will. I feel like it's fate.
I know.
I feel like we are traveling soulmates with that trio.
Exactly.
I
have actually felt this whole time when I've been traveling that I've made traveling soulmates with many people.
The world is so freakishly small.
Yeah. Me seeing Croatia, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Anyway, so this trio invites us in, we start chatting, and then we just become instant besties, and they invite us to their backpackers hostel for the night out.
And they're gonna go camping.
Yeah, and I was like, it's pouring rain, blah, 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 I don't know what to do.
We were also so wet.
We were so wet. Actually gross.
It was diabolical.
It was so bad.
We didn't end up changing our clothes. I think we just went.
We went back to our place.
We went back to our clothes off and committed to being.
Yeah, we were like, we're in fucking Vietnam.
And
let's go.
It was raining so much I didn't even bother to put on real shoes. I just put on my sandals because I was like, no matter what I wear, it's not gonna matter. I'm getting wet,
dude. Soaked, to be clear.
I hope the videos communicate the level of rain we're up against to go out. But we are proof that no matter what the weather is, it's no excuse to not be hitting the club.
It's no excuse. It's no excuse. So we went back to our place after our lovely Train Street dinner, and then we were like, let's fucking go. So we go to their backpackers hostel. I think it was Mad Monkey. No, not Mad Monkey. It was just called Backpackers Hostel, I think. So we go to their place. Everyone is getting crunk, doing karaoke. We are into it. Sana and I, again, don't drink, so we're sober forever, like, throughout this whole trip. Let it be known you do not need alcohol to have fun.
You do not need to drink to have a hot girl summer.
Because we had the most insane hot girl summer, as we will explain. This is a very long-winded episode. But, yes. So we're doing karaoke. Everyone is getting lit. And then we're like, okay, it's time to go dancing. And this is at, like, 12:30, 12:45, 1. It's time to hit the clubs.
Comes alive.
It's time to hit the motherfucking clubs.
To explain a bit about Beer Street, it's literally a street of clubs. They all play the exact same music.
Tightly packed.
They're
all competing for your attention.
They will grab you. I've never been in a place that markets that crazy for themselves. They will grab you.
Physically pull you.
It was a lot for me.
Yeah, Sana was a bit overwhelmed. I was very used to it because
I got used to it by the end, but
yeah.
It was pretty crazy the first night. And they'll like grab you and be like, come in, and they'll like offer you all the drinks deals.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because it
not
was
just
not
the men. Like I saw a woman fully like grab another woman, pick her up, and then the girl was like, fuck that, I'm not going into that club. She just picked me up. So like obviously some people have a problem with the like physical touch.
But if you play into it, it's fun.
They're not trying to harm you, you know?
Like the last thing they want to do is hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
They want you to sit at their bar
and have a fun
literally anything to make you do so.
Yeah.
Which just gets a bit diabolical. Wasn't there like a tug of war?
Yes.
I got tug of war.
Yes. We got tug of war.
Like that was fully, like I remember the girl was pulling me from that side and the man from the other side, and I was literally getting.
No, same. And I remember
it was so.
We
crazy.
can't do real names, but one of my lovers in Hanoi, I was being tugged by like people. And I was like, help! And he didn't do anything. I was like, what the fuck is
going on? And it wouldn't happen to the men, no. They were like, let's get the girls in. But we had like this lovely little lady that kind of chaperoned the club that we spent most of our time in, where we met said lovers.
Yes.
And well, let's finish that night because we went down the street quite a few times. We stopped into a few clubs. We had a great time. There's a video of us singing to Justin Bieber's Baby with all the lovely people we met.
Yeah.
And we just had a great time. And then slowly as the night went on, we moved up the street in clubs. We ended up in this one that was playing the music we liked.
Yes.
It had aircon. That's why
it was popping. It was great. It was very crowded.
And you fell in love.
I enter the club. To be clear, this is night 2 of Hanoi. I enter. The first man I see, I lock eyes and I'm like, oh, I have fallen in love. Like, it's love at first sight. It's Shakespearean. Woman is down. I'm down. Man down.
She's down.
And then he leaves and I never see him again, or so I think. I start dancing.
No, you need to understand the way in which she described this man to me. She's like, I've just seen the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've fallen in love.
Yeah.
And I was just like, girl, we just got in the club. Where is he? And she's like, well, he just left.
He left. I was like, oh, whatever, I've accepted that. I fell in love and I'm never see him again. It's fine.
But fate had something else to say. I will say as much about that.
I was...
Not only do we see him again, things occur with him later.
So I am like dancing with these people. This old man comes up against me and I'm like, ew. And then this guy wearing a cap, beautiful blue eyes, he like grabs me and pulls me towards him to get me away from the stinky old man. Love that. Love him. King. Absolutely. I knew from the jump. He starts speaking to me. I'm like, oh my god, are you American? Because of his accent. And one thing about me is I much prefer
this was new.
American and Canadian travelers to British travelers. That is something a hill I will die on.
We have met so many lovely English travelers. We love them.
Yes.
You have to search for them. They're a minority.
Honestly, it's a preference thing. Some people fuck with the Europeans, some people fuck with the Australians, some people fuck with the Brits.
But we really love the Canadians.
I love a Canadian.
We met.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm dancing with this guy and I'm like, oh my god, are you American? And he was like, no, I'm Canadian. And he's super charming, lovely. I continue the night dancing with him because my girl Sana is busy.
Not busy, let's iterate. Because before man saved you from ugly older man,
Yeah.
before that occurred, he had a very tall, very blonde, very English looking man right next to him.
Very, very English looking.
And I walked into this club and this man looked at me like I was candy. He was like, what? Like I saw a man fully do like a computer restarted. I looked at him and he was like, loading. And I was like, oh, he's cute, he's very tall. And so I start dancing with him, and that's when you get swept up by what we didn't know at the time, his
best friend! And then I'm having a really good time with this guy, blah, 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 dancing, boogieing. He's telling me about his trip on the Hazang Loop, amazing. He ate shit and crashed. I was like, damn, did that hurt? And he was like, nah, I didn't even feel it. And I'm like, okay, I'll fuck with this guy. He's so nonchalant, I love him.
And then,
the love of my life enters scene, and he comes up to the boy I was dancing with.
get this, they're all connected.
The boy I was dancing with goes, hey, this is my brother. Do you think we look alike? And I was like,
They did.
I was shocked to my core. I was like, no, you don't. I was like, one of you looks like Jeff Buckley, the other doesn't. That's the way I'll distinguish you guys. And so, at that point on, coined Jeff Buckley. That is him. That was the love of my life on the first night.
So what should the other code names be? We'll come up.
Yeah.
They'll come to us as the story goes.
So I was starstruck. I'd had enough. I went outside for some air. This random guy was talking to me outside, as they do. And then Jeff Buckley steps outside, and I'm like, yo, Jeff Buckley, come over here. And then we just chat, and we chat for ages. Literally ages. And then
I
Summer
literally
comes
thought
out.
you died.
Yeah.
I was left in the club with Blondie and the guy that saved you, the brother.
The brother.
The brother and Blondie.
Yeah.
Blondie is the
Yeah,
name.
sure, I get it.
So
I can catch that.
I'm in there and I'm dancing with Blondie, and now poor little blue-eyed man, brother, sans Alicia, sans Chia, and I am dancing. We have a great time. And then Blondie goes, hey, I have to go. My friend is probably dying in an alley and puking. I have to get him home.
Exactly.
And he was really kicking his feet. I was like, okay, King, like, what you want me to do? You're about to leave. And he was very much kicking his feet and, like, looking at me and, like, I was just like, Jesus Christ. So I kissed him, told him, hasta la vista, my friend is gone. So you're going, I need to find her. Mwah. See you at a later time. So I kiss him. I step outside, immediately find my wife.
Because I was literally right outside.
Talking to Jeff Buckley.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, wowee, what a beautiful surprise. He's come back into our life. And we're all chatting on the street. And then Blondie and Blue Eyes
appear. And they're like, hey, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not giving them any time of day because I'm focused on Jeff Buckley. Like,
she's in love.
I don't look at anyone else. My attention has been pulled, yes.
It's forever his.
And then they're like, okay, we're going to like smoke or something. And
then Blondie was insane. I've never had a man talk to me like that.
Yeah.
He was like, I have to go, but tomorrow I'm all yours. And I was like, well, okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
Wait, should we add a bit more flour? Do you think, or no? Is this good?
We can add maybe a quarter cup.
Or do you think wait, don't overmix it. Do you think this is good?
I think it's gonna bake up fine. She's a bit watery, but not.
Yeah, I'll add a tiny bit more flour, but continue.
But
yeah, so they're like, okay, bye, we're gonna smoke weed, and we're like, bye. Oh shit, my bad, my bad, guys.
My B.
My
So they go,
and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. You know
I made a promise. This was before we even hit the second club with the boys in it. Alicia was like, I'm hungry. And I was like, okay, babe, we'll get you food.
But I wanted something specific. I wanted fries. I wanted fries.
She wanted fries.
Because that is the hot girl summer food. If you are on the beach, you order fries.
It is.
If you are post club, you order fries.
And if you need a Western food in Asia, they will always have French fries.
It's true.
So I was like, we're gonna get you fries. At this point, it's fully 4 a.m. We've been out. And Jeff Buckley, I go, because I'm the wing woman of the century, I went, hey, Jeff Buckley, I made a promise to my wife. Would you like to come with us to go look for fries?
And he was like, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
doing
why
anything.
not?
He fully, like, no survival instincts in them, man. Like,
No.
He was just like, yeah, I'll follow you guys down the street with no one in it and
Yeah.
see if they sell fries. I did find the fries.
We did find the fries.
They were okay.
They were mid.
Yeah.
But we were so hungry, I was so hungry that I just gobbled them up.
So, and then we had, like, a lovely chat about movies and life, and you fell deeper in love with Jeff
Because
Buckley.
movies and life, and like he was so funny. Like, damn, it is hard to find a funny man. Like, goddamn, I was like dead. Oh, we gotta butter this. Hold on.
And did we put the butter in it?
Yeah, I put the butter away though. We put the butter in there. We need to butter this.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, so I fell madly in love. Add him on Letterboxd, the whole shebang. I'm in love.
That's like third base. Like,
For me, yeah.
Alicia third base is following each other on Letterboxd. That's real.
Yeah, and then we're like, bye. And then the next day,
We walk him home.
yeah, we walk
He
him
doesn't
home.
walk us home.
Because he's
We
on the
walk
way
him
home, to be fair.
And we saw the alley he had to walk down, and we're like,
We're not
Sorry.
going with you.
and then we walk home.
The next day, we get breakfast. It's overlooking St. Joseph's Cathedral, beautiful. I will insert photos here. And I say to Sana, because I'm like tweaking, I'm off my rocker. I'm actually insane.
It was insane.
I'm,
I
like,
really had
crying.
to talk you down.
I'm like, Sana, like, I can't ever see him again. Like, I can't text him. I can't see him. Like, I'm so in love with him. I cannot see him again.
And because I'm the wing woman of the century, I found his Instagram because I'd acquired Blondie's Instagram. I think we'd acquired Blue Eye's Instagram. And then through that, I was able to find Jeff Buckley's Instagram because they were, in fact, brothers. So then I make a group chat because of the declaration Blondie made to me.
Yeah.
The
She
clear
was
affection
ready
from
to see
Blue
her
Eye.
Blondie, and she was like, Alicia, stop being an idiot.
Yeah, I was like, we're seeing them again. It's bound to happen. The world is small.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't see him again. Like, you actually don't understand. I can't see him again.
But
I can't.
regardless of her, I make a group chat with all three boys in it. And I'm like, love, I'm assuming we're gonna hit that club again, and I'll see you another time.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole time, I'm like, we'll see what vibe Blondie's on, because I was like, he'll have to impress me because he was not good at texting.
No.
So I was
remember
like,
this.
we'll see how he does, and if he ever finds me, I'm gonna give him loose directions and pray tell. Also, I did not have data at this time, so it was truly just best guess if we ever saw each other again.
Mm-hmm.
I literally described my outfit. I was like, find me. And
He
that
was such
it.
a bad texter. Like, that was the one thing I
Like,
remember about him.
I'm a horrible texter,
No,
but
you're
I
not.
forget words.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so my comprehension level will drop down because I forgot the word the or of in my text.
Quick intermission. We are ready to pour the banana bread into the pot.
Stunning.
Let's do it.
Let's get the action.
Action shot.
Wow.
So
stunning.
beautiful.
Wow.
I'm so
Beautiful.
excited.
Kill it. Wow.
I'll add some cinnamon on top for extra pizzazz.
Ooh, extra pizzazz. We're going. I feel like you can put it down now. We got the money shot. Money shot.
I'm so excited. This is probably gonna be one of my favorite episodes, and I'm probably gonna like look back on this like next summer, and because
Be like, look at where we were.
memories are so fucking like
They're so diabolical.
they will fade. You won't watch them
You
fade.
have
They'll
no
just
say.
fade.
You have genuinely no say.
So I know I'll rewatch this and be like, oh my god, I forgot that fucking happened, or I forgot these details. Like they just fade. I hate,
This podcast is as much for you as it is for us.
honestly, a little time capsule.
A time capsule of our 20s, because you're 20 now. And I'm 22.
Crazy.
22. Woo. That's the
Anyhow,
best I'm gonna do.
okay, so it's night 2 of seeing these motherfuckers. I don't
Well,
see
they
the.
find us, which was impressive.
They do.
Because, like I said, I had no data.
How long do I put this in for?
Oh, let's check. Preheated oven. This is so unhelpful. 30 minutes.
Okay.
No,
Do you want to
that's
set a
wrong.
timer?
It feels like a perfect night. We ditched the whole scene. It feels like one of those nights.
It's like an
we
hour.
won't be sleeping.
That's fine.
I mean, 50 to 60 minutes. I think it's
Yeah,
just we
that's
have to
fine.
keep checking it.
Yeah, I'll set a timer quickly. Okay, so they find us in the club. Take over.
We're in the club. By the grace of God, they do find us.
Yeah, but they don't come up to us. We're dancing with other friends
So
that
here's
we
the
made.
thing. We've made friends
Yeah.
with the British people, they'd left. We found them on our last night.
Yeah.
Another part that makes us traveling soulmates. We found them on their last night in Hanoi, and they introduced us to a handful of people from their hostel.
German
And
people, really cool, really
we had
swanky,
a
really awesome.
marvelous, incredible dancer called Gandhi.
Oh my god,
That was
I
really
love
much-
you. I
we-
love you.
We love you, Gandhi.
I love you so much.
I'll never stop loving you, Gandhi. You were my dancing buddy.
You were her dancing buddy. You ate up the dance
Like,
floor every
he
time.
truly matched my freak in a way that was diabolical.
Yes.
But because Gandhi matches my freak so heavy, we've been dancing all night. And so we eventually moved from one club to the other. And we bumped into a few of the friends we'd met through the English people. They all happened to be pretty handsome men. But we were not thinking like that. We had other things going on.
I was in love and she had her mind occupied by Blondie here. So we weren't trying to pull other people. Like,
and
we were busy.
Gandhi was just my dance soulmate.
Soulmate, truly.
And I don't know what name should we give? Cut this out or bleep me. Sam.
Who the fuck is that?
Beautiful black man.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was the reason they were fucking scared. It was Sam.
That's so
fucking
fair.
Timothy or whatever. the fuck
Timon.
Timon, Sam, and Gandhi.
Those two German boys were so beautiful. Like, I've actually
the Germans.
I've never seen like someone so. Sam's smile was so like.
We can't
he
say
looked.
the name.
I think he will appreciate this if he ever sees it.
Okay, Sam.
Sam and Timon, because
Buckle
we
in.
have nothing. Like,
Well, yeah, because
no
Sam
other
is such
stories.
a basic name.
Timon had beautiful curly hair,
Beautiful.
white boy swag to the max, and Sam looked AI generated. That's how beautiful he was.
Like, not
he
even
looked,
AI generated, like,
He looked
carved
perfect.
from marble.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. He was stunning.
He
Shout
could-
out to you.
Shout out to you. God
both
took
were-
time, bro. God took
Literally
time.
took time.
Yeah.
And so we saw them. We'd met them the night before through our lovely English trio.
Yeah.
And we'd met Gandhi through the lovely English trio.
Mhm.
And we found them on the night before we found Blondie Blue Eyes and Jeff Buckley.
And so obviously we're just looking for people to boogie with, have a good time with. So that's what we were doing. We
We
were
are
doing
just
what
good.
needed to
We
be
just
done.
wanted to have fun.
Exactly.
We don't drink. We hit the club to dance. That was what we
Exactly.
were doing. And we were dancing up a storm. We hit a few clubs. We danced with them. And then we go to the club and where we met Blondie and the other two men, the brothers.
Mm.
And we go back there and we're dancing with our friends.
Yeah. And then we see them and they look at us and they're like, ooh, like they don't want to come over to us.
I was so perplexed. I was like, bro, you've been texting me all day.
Mhm.
You promised me that you were basically mine tonight.
Yeah.
And then, like, you walk into the club, make eye contact with me, and go,
He got a little shy.
but not even shy, he looked angry. Like, he looked angry.
That's
and I was like,
crazy.
girl, do you really think me and Gandhi are like that? And even though, like, come
Yeah.
get your card.
Come get your girl, bro. Come
We
get
later
your
found
girl.
out the lore behind this move.
Yeah.
Because the reason after they saw us dancing with these other handsome men and got scared, Blondie was gonna leave. Blondie was like, I've lost my game.
He was like, I'm
I'm
done. I'm
leaving.
done for the night.
I'm tapping out. She clearly is gone. I've lost.
I'm going home.
But
I'm tapping out.
But because of the marvelous time Blue Eye had with Chia, he was like, no, give me 10 minutes. And Blue Eye winged in, swept her like a fish, got her attention, and then with him came Blondie, and I was like, well, what the fuck were you doing?
Yeah.
And
She
It
only
was
found
sick.
Sana only found out this lore that like Blondie was ready to leave and Blue Eyes was like, let me get my girl. Let me get my
you were like,
girl.
please let me shoot a shot, I'm begging.
And he shot and he succeeded.
Skip to the end, yeah.
Yes.
But this night, I think, is maybe one of the best nights of my life.
No, for sure.
What
For sure.
follows this night is maybe one of the best nights of my life.
Oh yeah.
It, like, in its entirety, I don't think I've had so many things happen in one night and have so much development happen to both my character and people surrounding me in one night as I did then. Like, because we hit the club, I think it, like, almost gets to the club closing. We're in there till, like, pretty late. It's, like, 2.
Yeah.
And then we're like, fuck it. We need drinks.
No, it's like 3 at this point. It's 3 at this
Yeah.
point. But we're in the club, we're dancing, blah, blah, blah.
We're
blah.
parched.
We are so thirsty. And then
And
the boys are
Blondie is fucking tired, and Blue Eyes wanted just to talk to you. He didn't want to dance anymore.
no, that's what Blue Eyes was not a dancer. He would like sway.
That was his one flaw.
He would sway. But yeah, so then
We're not.
we're back on Beer Street. we're running to like this little stall where they can get water or Red Bull, whatever they want.
Yeah.
And we're running through Beer Street. Blue Eyes grabs my hand. He's like, let's hold it. And then
He was not shy.
He was not shy. He was fighting for his life. Like,
no, because here's the issue. Alicia was in love with Jeff Buckley, but Blue Eyes was in love with Alicia. And this man, but Jeff Buckley was not there that night.
He was not
other
there.
reasons.
he was
found
busy.
out the reason.
He was busy, so I was like, all right, I'm letting Jeff Buckley go. Like,
But Blue Eyes was there, and Blue Eyes was handsome, and he was forward and sweet.
he was so sweet. I absolutely love him. To this day, I think he's a wonderful person. I would love to see him again. But
yeah, we hurt you, Blue Eyes.
a lot of people, I mean everyone, thought that Blue Eyes was more attractive than Jeff Buckley.
That was where my vote went.
Yeah, everyone voted for Blue Eyes, for me.
He had personally better bone structure for my.
I don't know
My
why I was so in love with Jeff Buckley. Like, I don't know what it was. But anyway, so we're running through the streets. He grabs my hand. I'm like, we're running in slow motion. It's so amazing. And then we sit at this little stool, and it's beautiful and it's vibes. And
We're at this one table, like we're in the middle of the street.
yeah, and this
weird
tiny
cul-de-sac on
little
the street.
this tiny little stall.
Like it wasn't even a stall. They had like one fridge with all the drinks in it
Exactly.
and a counter.
Yeah.
And we sat at their one table basically and drank over-sugared Red Bull
Yeah.
and what?
Tiny little like chode ass Red Bulls. Like they were like little stout.
And they taste bad because they add even more sugar to them.
Mm.
I really didn't like it. Whenever I found a normal Red Bull in Asia, I
She was
bought
winning.
it
She was
because
winning.
I couldn't drink the little stud
Yeah,
Red
stud.
Bulls.
Yeah.
They were yellow
And they were
they're
stubby. They were really
And they
weird.
didn't taste good and they had too much sugar.
So
But yes.
Blondie is sitting beside Sonica. Blue Eyes is sitting beside me. He and I are chatting up a storm. I really fuck with him. Like, I fuck with him.
Yeah, and Blondie was showing up better game from this.
Yes,
It's
yes.
like his soul came back to him
When
the
he
second
realized that he had you, yeah.
that I was
he
going
was
to
so-
invest time into him because
He was so out of it when he
he
thought
was so
Sana wasn't.
out of it, and he was also so grumpy.
He was so grumpy. He was
And
so
I was
out
like,
of it.
I
He
don't
wasn't
think-
talking to her, and she was like,
I was
"Oh,
like-
he's gonna lose me." And then he like,
I literally went like, if you don't step up, it's over.
yeah.
And I was like, because
And
he
then
was
he-
not impressing me. He was
No.
not- he was grumpy. He was tired, and he was not.
It's
acting
hot
my
girl
face.
summer. Why is she gonna waste her time with a
But
grumpy
then
man?
the second we left the club and we got drinks and they realized
We're
we were
in.
locking
We're
in.
in. We're in.
we were locking in to get to know these boys,
Yeah.
they perked up real fucking fast.
Well,
we were having
Blue Eyes was always perked up. Like that's what I loved about him. He
I
had
mean, he
amazing
was the
energy.
guy that made this night happen, if we're honest.
Yeah.
Like,
love.
we love you. We love you. But yeah, Blondie starts talking to me. We have a great little chit chat. You guys are chit chatting, and then Blondie goes to the bathroom. And I had up my little ditchy cam.
Sana's digicam was. I'll insert the. No, I won't.
We can't. We
No, no, no,
literally
no.
can't.
I'm sorry.
For the visual, imagine the blurriest 90s pictures you've ever seen. And I caught this on camera because I'm maybe one of the best photographers of all time.
So Sana's out here taking photos, and then this rogue Viet man comes up behind me and
That's the great way.
Blue Eyes, and he's like, "Oh, beautiful married couple, and then
They had been discussing the names of their children.
No, this happened after.
Oh, that's right.
That happened
You
after.
can cut this
'cause-
out.
Yeah. Okay, so Vietnam was like beautiful married couple, and then we were like, oh, I guess we're married now. Sana whips out her camera, and Vietnam smashes our two heads together.
Like, literally,
like
kiss. He was like, no
grabbed-
kiss.
Yeah.
And he went to kiss her cheek first because he was a gentleman. And like, he was like, no, like, but their heads were literally being mashed together.
By this crazy guy, and like
He kisses your cheek first, and
Yeah.
then you're like, eh.
and then we kissed,
Okay.
and our first kiss was
This
caught on
photo is one
camera.
of the craziest, sleaziest, young.
Yeah, and I
photos to
posted it
ever
on
exist.
the ground because I was like, it's an amazing photo.
It's an incredible.
And it
photo.
was such a fun moment too. But basically, then the Vietnam left, and Blue Eyes and I were like, oh, I guess we're married now. Like, we started discussing our children's
You
names.
have three. And
Yeah, one was
I remember
adopted.
the names. You had one was called Holland.
Jasmine. No, one was.
No, Holland was a name.
I want my girl to be named Holland in general.
And I think Jasmine was your boy. And then the adopted one could keep whatever name they had prior because you read
yeah,
about the
Blue Eyes
children's back.
was very keen on us having two kids and then an adopted kid.
Mhm.
But anyway, Blue
And
Eyes
then
wanted to
Blondie
keep it.
came back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he was like, what did I miss? And I was like, well,
Well, they have kids now and they're married.
Yeah. They're married, they're naming their kids. And he was like, what the fuck? I was gone like
For
a
2
man's
minutes.
trip to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And yeah, and from then on, and then the store closed,
Yeah.
and we were stranded.
And we were like, what? Well, the boys were asking me, what's there to do in Hanoi? And I was like, bro, nothing. Let's go to the lake. And then,
Because she knew a spot.
yeah, I knew a spot. And I took y'all to this beautiful part of Hoang Khiem Lake. We sat by the lake. We saw men fishing. It was like 5 a.m.
We were on the craziest
4,
double
sorry.
date of all time.
Yeah,
I think.
craziest double date. Craziest double date. I'm laughing my ass off. Like, Blue Eyes is like giving me a good fucking time. Like, he's
No,
so
seriously,
fucking
like
fun.
Blondie was. I was like, well, what even?
Yeah.
Because English people are either interesting or they're not, and he like really came out with some interesting lore.
They
I was
were
like,
getting
whoa.
along like a house on fire, and they were so compatible too. They were just so cutie. Like, they were so cutie. And
It was sunshine plus sunshine, and
yeah.
nighttime plus nighttime.
Yes, that's so true.
That was literally the
Yeah.
pairs. But it was beautiful, and it was just like beautiful times. We were paired off. We would also talk together.
Yeah, and then we
Sometimes
would
we
just.
kissed. It was adorable.
It was actually adorable.
like I don't think I felt safer
in my
random
life.
men's
Yeah.
presence as I did them. They're forever going to be so special and repped by me because to create an atmosphere like that,
Yeah.
pretty intense. And it was just marvelous because they were best friends.
This
We were best
motherfucker
friends.
knew.
Like we were in love.
Yeah,
they were in love. And then us like being in our little pairs.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
This
It
man
just
knew
worked.
how to get me. Do you know why? Do you know what he said to me? He was like, Alicia, we should make a film. Like, let's make a movie. And so we spent like 45 minutes plotting a stupid fucking movie that we would make.
I think you tried to tell me it, and I
Yeah.
figured it out in like 2 minutes. I was
It
like,
was
this
so
is nonsensical.
But yeah, we're talking for a long time. I'm like really high maintenance when it comes to water in Asia. I'm very thirsty. I get very warm. So I was like, guys,
Thank
no,
God, because
nowhere
the
is
world
gonna.
starts at 5 a.m. in Vietnam.
Yeah.
There were so many people out.
I was
You'd
like,
think there
guys,
wouldn't be people, but there
there
were
were.
people.
and like, I was like, there's nowhere is going to sell water right now. And then we turned behind us, and there's literally a place where there are people
It was
sitting
marvelous.
drinking. We go get water, and it's like, can I pull you for a chat? Can I pull you for a chat? Like, that's how it is, Love Island style. The
Like-
boys were talking, we were talking. Take it away.
Some backstory.
I
have to be so careful what I say.
I'm so sorry.
Because if it ever makes it back to my mother, she can never know.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't worry about it. She
She's
won't.
rude.
She won't
I
watch
love
this.
Mom.
She won't watch this.
But anyway,
My mom watches this.
we
She's gonna know all of
we
this.
love you.
Hi, mom.
But anyway, for the past 30 minutes, 45 minutes of that last lake hang, this man has been basically, literally, I don't think I've seen a man beg more in their life to get me alone in a room. That is the extent to which I will say it. Get me alone in a room. This man was trying
He was
so
like,
hard.
let me get her alone in the room.
Like-
Let me get her
like,
alone in the room.
He was
That's
begging. Like, I don't think I've seen it. Like, if I told this man to jump into the lake, he would have. And it was pretty intense level power. So then we get our little water trip. And I go,
Can I
just
please
say
quote
the
it?
quote?
It was
Just say
so
the quote.
funny. It was so
because
funny.
the timing was crazy. I was like, oh, so like you thirsty? We're making small chat.
And then she turns to me and she's like, I want to fuck you.
And it was like there was just a really pregnant pause, eye contact, and I want to fuck him.
Yeah.
So,
I knew she did. I know her so well.
So I asked for permission, and that
Because
was that.
her fornicating with this man means me being homeless and them doing it in my bed.
Our
So
bed.
True.
We made that bed
True.
together.
But
So I got permission, and he was begging me. I was saying no. I was
yeah,
like,
because Sana for some reason thought I would just say no, but I
Like,
I
I was
don't give a
just
fuck.
like-
I was like, get some. I'm always for my
because
girls.
I was like, I'm not doing it without approval from my girl. And he was like, well, can you get approval from my girl? I was like, yeah, if I find the time, yeah.
Yeah,
And I found it, and she was like, have fun, kids.
yeah. I was like, go, be young, be free.
So then you get, like, this is where our nights diverge.
We diverge. We separate. Separation anxiety goes crazy. We were separated.
It was beautiful.
And this is my before sunrise night because from
You
start to
literally
finish,
did it.
I did before
You did the
sunrise.
thing.
Checked off. I completed before sunrise because we were at the lake until sunrise. We walked around the city while everyone was asleep. We just walked around the city, just the two of us. And then he took me to breakfast, and it was so sweetie. And we both had pho.
Your favorite thing ever.
My favorite thing ever. And then he grabbed a piece of chili and he was like, look, I'm gonna impress you, I can eat this whole fucking chili. And I was like, don't do that. And he just ate it. And then he started tweaking and I was like, okay, let's go get you some yogurt. And then he was like,
That's why he had the yogurt!
yes! You didn't know this?
No, he was just walking in the room very tired eating yogurt.
No! I bought him fucking like plain yogurt and he was like, wait, but I don't have a spoon. And I was like, wait, come back to my place, I have a spoon. And then, so we go to the kitchen, grab a spoon, and we knock, we're like, hello!
You've given me warning. I fully like.
I had to.
We were hanging out at this point. We were just chilling.
And so Blue Eyes and I enter my room and
He's holding yogurt
with a spoon, eating it happily, and we reunite.
and the four of us are back together.
Back together again.
And this, like, what followed was maybe the craziest round table known to man, because in that room,
It was nightmare blunt rotation in that moment.
in that moment, we were all cracked the fuck out. Like,
Because we hadn't slept.
That's what I mean.
They were
No
drunk, like hungover.
like, no sleep. The sun is up.
Yeah.
We're all in our tiny little girly pop room.
We're hungry. We are tired. We're tired. That's the emphasis. The boys were knocked out.
Like they were fucking tired. So then,
We're all like, okay, let's all go to bed, and we all cuddle.
and then
That's
that's
where
was
we-
born the cuddle puddle.
Cuddle puddle of the century, and that's where we're gonna leave it.
That was that night because. Okay. Well, yeah.
That's where we're gonna leave it. That was the beautiful.
The ones that know who know. And yeah, so we had.
We were all very close that night.
We all napped. It was beautiful. I think I have to. Based off what we did not have a foursome. If that's something you might have thought.
Yes, but we were very close.
We were all very. Okay.
That's where we'll leave it. That's
where we're
Some
leaving
things
it.
cannot go on the pod. Here.
But
Oh, one final thing to end it before sunrise night. Blue Eyes was walking with me, and it was really cutesy. We were walking, and he was like, "Hey, how much longer are you here?" And I was like, "About 4 days." And he was like, "Oh, I'm supposed to leave this morning, but like, I'll stay another 4 days. I'll stay as long as you stay, like, cause I just want to keep hanging out with you, cause I think you're really cool." And so I was like, "Oh my god, like, I really like this boy. I really like this boy."
Blue Eyes had game.
He did, and like he was
had
just
incredible game.
above everything. He was just really fucking sweet. So.
He was so nice. They were both really sweet. But
Blue Eyes took Sana and I out to dinner because he wanted
and
to
he
take
paid
me.
for both of us.
He wanted to take me out on a dinner date, and I was like, "I'm not leaving my girl." And then he was like,
My
"Okay, she can come." And then he paid. Like he was so cute. Love
And
him.
there are photos of you guys doing arm wrestles with a bunch of people after that. We
Yeah.
really befriended the people at that
Yeah.
restaurant. They were really G's.
So
But
Hanoi
yeah.
was fucking crazy.
We loved it. We had the best time. We had our little boyfriends and one of their brothers basically the entire time. It was a very fun. I rocked a communist shirt. It was really like.
Do you still have that? No.
No, I gave it back. I just
Jeff
wanted to try it
Buckley's. Yeah.
on.
Jeff Buckley bought communist shirts for him and all
And
his
he
friends.
bought them so small. Like they were
No,
so
he's such a
tiny.
slut. Like he wears little slutty t-shirts. Like, oh, you
Like
know,
he's
you
a man
know.
that would rock a crop top.
Yeah.
And you know,
It's
the world would
beautiful,
be
and
better
that's
for
maybe
it.
that's why I was in love with him because I
Yeah.
love a little slutty man.
Just a quirked up guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the best time in Hanoi. We had our beautiful little boyfriends. We had our little goodbyes.
Yeah,
And it was hard. It was hard.
it was hard.
It was hard. We really loved Hanoi. If
This
I
is-
ever go back, I'm gonna stay longer in Hanoi, I think.
Oh yeah,
I don't think, but I would go back to Hoi An just for V.
yeah,
Or maybe like a weekend. Just
Yeah.
to hang out with V.
yeah.
I love that woman.
So to continue, hot girl summer too close to the sun is when we hot girl summer and fall in love.
Uh-huh.
So
Like
that's one
immediately.
portion.
On
Yeah.
day 2, we both fell in love.
Yeah.
And then
I think the
by
next,
day 7, we had to let go of the
Yeah,
love. And it
we were
was
like,
very
bye.
intense.
because they went to like Thailand and we went to Hoi An, and this is chapter 2, Hoi An. But I will say the nexus, in my opinion, of hot girl summer is like the notion of like, not to be cringe, but like YOLO.
Yeah.
And like, fuck it, we ball, fuck it, we find out. Fuck around and find out. That is what I think hot girl summer is all
That was
about.
very much our motto.
And we YOLO'd so hard
it was insane.
that we literally like,
We kind of lost it. I got a pinched sciatic nerve and had to be drugged up by a random doctor
that I met in a restaurant. Yeah, anyway.
But he saved my life.
He honestly did love him.
I was not walking without him, and I was able to walk again. But Hoyan was very nice. We stayed in this excellent hostel. We're gonna rep them because I absolutely love them. I think it's like Seaside
Bungalow. Go
and
there
it's
if you're ever in
run by
Hawaii.
V.
The most beautiful
Put up
street.
their Instagram
I will.
video because we love her and I want nothing but the best for her. And she rescues dogs and cats.
If you ever, it was like Isle of Dogs. Hoi An could be titled Isle of Dogs.
It was pretty insane. And we just I loved Hanoi. And then we had like a very beautiful hospital room. I did get a pinched sciatic nerve, which was a bit of a vibe kill.
Mm-hmm.
But then we fixed it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried acupuncture for the first time. That was crazy. They genuinely did not know what was wrong with me. They were like, who is this
It was a
white girl?
really ratchet.
Who is this white girl that can't walk?
Yeah.
And he was so confused that he hadn't fixed it.
Yeah.
After my appointment, he was like,
Yeah.
but we got drugs and
Yeah.
maybe drugs are good, kids. I don't know.
She got drugged up to the max.
I fell in love with a German man on the last night.
Oh yeah. So should we continue chapter 2?
Yeah, I
In
think this
terms
is
of
chapter
podcast
2. I think we just
Buzz cut?
buzzcut and German. They
Yeah.
were the last 2 points in that.
Alright, let's do it. So, alright, here's chapter 2. It's less impressive than chapter 1 because I didn't
I don't think we
give up.
It was kind of crazy. Like we did the full romance movie in Hanoi, and then we went on to reverse into Hot Girl Summer, so it was really awkward.
Yeah. Okay, so basically we're at the club. Me and Sana are dancing.
It took us so long to find the club life in Hoi An.
Yeah, nightlife in
It
Hoi
was
An isn't
not-
that fire.
It was not even close to as lit as Hanoi. If
No.
you're looking to party, go to Hanoi.
Yeah.
Hoi An is maybe not the club scene.
It's where you go to relax and beach and shit.
Though the woman that like basically did, the marketing crap at the club, we
Yeah.
met like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
That club, that woman loved me.
She was in love with Sana.
She loved me.
Yeah.
I was like, are you she kissed me at one point because she saw me put lipstick on and she's like, give me. And I was like, this? And she was like, no. And she kissed me. And then every other time she saw me, she hugged me around the waist.
She
At one
was
point,
in
she
love
took
with
my
Sana.
necklace.
Yeah.
She carried my umbrella for me.
Yeah.
She made me dance on like one of the little
Tables,
things.
yeah.
Like she loved me and I
For
loved
sure.
her back.
Yeah.
And she was so tiny and sweet. Like
It was a
but she was
beautiful
always
moment.
so jazzed to see me. They
Yeah.
loved us at that club.
It was they did, and there was a bald man too. He was
Oh.
so nice. Everyone, dude.
Customer service in Vietnam, especially,
They were better than half the backpackers we met. I miss them. You know what I'm saying?
I will think of that woman all the time.
Anyhow, so we're at the club. We're dancing with these really cool guys who are protecting us from all these terrible, ugly men, and so much so that Sana and I both kissed this guy on the cheek at the end of the night because we just love him so much. He was so protective. He would literally start twerking up into men to get them to go away.
He was so iconic.
I love him so much. I still follow him on Instagram, but I love him. But yeah. Anyway, so we're at the club. We see this guy. I see this guy. I make eye contact with this guy. Buzz cut, bleach blonde, period. And
that's all you need to know.
that's all you need to know. And I see him, and then he, much like Jeff Balke, he goes away, and I don't see him again until I'm dancing with Sana and our protectors. And then he and this Australian man are at the other end of the club looking at me, pointing at me, they're like, and then I'm like, what? And then Buzzcut runs away, and the Australian guy says, this guy's in love with you. He's in love with you. And I was
Yet another great wingman. We had really encountered a lot of wingmen.
wingman to the max.
Doing
yes.
their best work.
Honestly. And then Buzzcut eventually comes up to me, gets my Instagram. He's like, yo, blah, blah, blah.
He was also leaving.
Yeah, he was
that
leaving
night.
to Ho Chi Minh City. And then when he's in Ho Chi Minh City, he texts me and he's like, I'm coming back for you. I'm coming back for you. And I was like,
Crazy. You never spoke a word.
I know. And I was like, okay.
And he did.
He did. And we all went skinny dipping in the ocean, the three of us.
Yeah.
And,
And
yeah.
on another clubbing night, I saw a very beautiful German man.
These men were both German. Both of them were German.
This was our German era.
Yeah, we were in our German
We
era.
had English, Canadians, and now we're on to Germans.
And you had a Brit.
Yeah.
Collecting them like Pokemons.
We were
Crazy.
doing literally. And I saw this man, I was like, he's so gorgeous, but he would not look at me. And I was like, well, okay. So I fully lied. If you ever watched this, that was a lie. But I went up to him, I was like, you look just like someone I know. I did. He was beautiful.
He was good looking.
And
like
he was
Rob
leaving.
from Love Island, Rob from Love Island, he looked kind of like him.
He was stunning. He had excellent shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Great face. Super green
He
eyes.
had nice eyes too.
Like green eyes. Like
yeah.
he was stunning. Stunning man. And so I go up to him, I fully lied because him and like his hostel group are leaving the club, and I was like, well, if I don't shoot my shot now, it's forever hold my peace.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went up and I was fully lied. I was like, you look like just someone I know back home. And he's like, oh really? And like
He was
heavy
really sweet.
German
He was
accent.
really sweet.
And I was like, well, give me your Instagram. And he's like, yeah. And then like a girl got so protective because we ended up
Yeah,
at the same
she
club.
was possessive of him.
I was like, why be so jealous, girl? You think you'll lose?
Mm-hmm.
And like he fully like shrugged her off
He
like
ignored
3
her.
times.
Yeah.
But we were done at that point.
Yeah.
So I let him out into the wild. And I never saw him again. Sadly.
Damn, they texted for so long after this that
We low-key fell in love.
I thought that she saw him again. I couldn't believe that was the
I
only.
know. 'cause
You
he
saw
was
him in
such
one
a-
night. That was it.
That was the only night.
Damn,
I
I
ever
did
saw
not
him.
even. They were texting. They were.
I
talking.
still really fuck with him, and the world is small because I hold like we've now stopped texting,
Yeah.
which is normal because
Yeah.
we have no plans to see each other.
Mm.
But like he said this thing like very early on when we were texting. I like had a very big crush on him over the course of us texting.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
She was smitten.
constantly bullied me.
I bullied her so hard because this bitch, whenever he texted her, I knew.
I made the
because she had
exact
this
same face
stupid
apparently.
smile on her face every single time they would text. Like,
Mm.
I knew.
I still fuck with him heavy. I think he's so lovely.
He is
But,
really nice. He's
like
really, really
like I said, no bridge burned. He'll probably pop up in my life, and like he said very early on into us texting, was like, the world is small. I'll see you again.
Mm.
So we'll see where that is.
The world is small, as we will attest
So-
and give evidence of.
To a beautiful German man, if I ever see you again, I'll see you
Hit
again.
her up.
But yeah, he was a very fun plus to me.
Yeah, he was great.
He never went anywhere, but he was a great friend. I really enjoyed talking to him.
Yeah,
he was
they talked a
very
lot.
funny
Yeah.
and a good flirt.
Yeah.
Very good at it. But that was the end.
Yeah. So German man Pascal came back for me. What?
We have Milo and George and Elodie.
Oh! How could we forget? Our
We skipped
besties.
over the V arc.
Yes.
Our
Okay.
hostel arc.
So our hostel, as we promoted that one, we met the 3 most wonderful people ever. I still talk
Oh,
to them.
American.
Yeah.
Ah.
30-year-old American guy. Okay, you know what? Fuck these German guys because I didn't
They
get
were the least interesting out of this.
all
bunch
of the
we're about to
romances.
describe.
All of the hot girl summer, they were the least. But damn, that's kind of rude. What if he watches
Well,
this?
no, my German man was lovely. He stayed a whole plot point, but he went into bed because I never saw him again. It was a beautiful, ding, and then.
Yeah.
But German man didn't pop up really again in my trip.
Mm.
We just chatted.
Yeah.
But man, oh man, these people. Whew.
I would do anything to see these guys again. So when I was in London, I was living on
I'm sure
Holloway
you would.
Road. I was living on Holloway Road. Turns out these 2 motherfuckers were living 2 minutes away from me on Holloway Road in Highbury and Islington. How
The world
insane
is
is that?
small.
And they were so cute. I love them so much. They were like so brother coded. I love them. I still talk to them to this day. Milo, if you're watching this, love you. And Elodie, lesbian, sexy.
I've
mama.
never seen a woman look more like Barbie in my life.
She
walks
so
in
tall.
hot pink with a suitcase.
Mauritius,
She's 6
tan
tall,
skin.
like 6 foot tall.
Yup.
Beautiful tan skin.
Yes.
Some of the most cool tattoos. On her arms.
Tattoos.
Her bone structure.
Stunning.
Her bone structure.
Stunning.
Like she walked in, my jaw dropped.
Yeah, I was like, who is this girl? She
This
is
girl.
a lesbian. She hates men. I love her. And she's moving to Melbourne, and I'm moving to Melbourne. So I'll see you there, baby. I'll see you there. I actually will.
We love you, but oh my
Yeah.
god.
So the friends we made in Hoi An were far more like paramount to our
Because we were also
happiness
there so much
than
longer.
any Hoi An romance.
'Cause
We were there for 2 weeks.
Because Hanoi was romance. I feel like Hoi An was friendship.
Friendship is magic, and that was proven.
And we had
Oh, and we went to this
time.
insane club called Tiger.
Because of American guys. Like, we're still waiting you getting those double T tattoos. on
Yeah,
your
we were
face,
like,
though.
because in Hoi An, that was where we got our first tattoos as well. Show.
Oh, wait. But you
I
have
have this.
many.
I have many now.
I
She got
only
that.
have that one.
We got our first tattoos at the same time in the same place. And we had our appointment, and we said to this American guy who was repping this club as if it was his job, as if he was
Literally
paid for
promoting
it.
it like he was being paid.
Paid, but he wasn't. He was just so funny. I actually can't. And the club was called Tiger Tiger. So we were like, get 2 T's on both of your legs. And he was like, yeah, I'm down. But then he overslept. And that is the sole reason
He didn't get
why he didn't get the
He would have
tattoos.
gotten them, for
Period.
sure.
Well,
But-
I'm sure of it.
So we go to Tiger Tiger.
Love
We
it.
had the craziest night ever.
Yeah,
We were
that was
getting-
so much fun.
Like, he promoted Tiger Tiger to a level it didn't deserve to be promoted, but we managed to still have just such an incredible night
yeah,
at
because
Tiger
we were with our like best fucking
Like,
homies.
they were so incredible,
Like,
and
yeah.
and that was like on our day off where we decided to chat in the lounge.
Yes.
And we met all these incredible people
Yeah.
just because we took a day off, and
Yeah.
that's where we found them. So
Yeah.
go to this hostel and chat to the people. in that
Everyone at this
beautiful
hostel
area.
is certified baddie. What the fuck?
Olive.
Yes.
It was in fact legendary, as Evan promised.
It was.
And
We
for
were all
that,
thought he was joking. Like
we were all kind of gagged because we were like we'd seen Tiger Tiger in our previous like time,
rendezvous out.
and it was not all that
No, but he was so passionate that we were like, everyone
You
in the
know
hostel
what?
was like, all right,
for you.
we'll give it to you, Evan. Like, we'll go.
And because we committed to the bit, it was,
It was
in fact
a fabulous
legendary.
night. It was so good,
It was
actually.
pretty excellent.
I would get Tiger Tiger tattooed on my body.
I would not, but I will forever
As
hold the
evidenced,
memory.
I have a lot more than she does.
Yeah.
And we only started in Hoi An.
Yeah.
Anyway, chapter 3,
Krabi.
Krabi Island. So our first night, okay, first of all, we're in this really amazing hostel. It's like, it looks like a prison, but it's just so
It looks
cozy
like
and
a
cutie.
prison, but it was so cutie.
Yeah, it was so
like
nice.
all metal and white,
Yeah,
and I was
it genuinely felt like a mental institution, but I
in
loved
like a
it
fun way.
in a cute way.
And we had a really lovely view.
Yeah,
That
it was
crazy
so nice.
mountain.
Krabi would 10 out of 10 recommend. It was so awesome. I love Krabi.
Yeah.
Um,
There was the excellent guy that played music.
exactly. So that was our first night.
What
I
was his
like,
name? Bomb?
Bomb. Yeah.
Bomb.
Yeah.
He was so lovely. That
Was
his
it? Because then I know 2 people called Bomb. His name was Bomb.
Yeah, remember we had the
Okay.
whole like chat and we are like,
Yeah, he was so
Bomb?
cutie.
And he's like,
I'll
Bomb.
put the link to the restaurant, or I'll put the restaurant here. You should definitely go if you're in Krabi. So far, live music,
Excellent
good
pad
food.
thai.
It was so good. I miss
So
pad
good.
thai. That was our diet when we were in Thailand. Just pure
That's all
Pad
we
thai.
ate. Literally all we ate.
pad thai and coconuts. That was my diet.
And then we met the next cast of characters.
Hmm?
Then we met our next cast of characters.
Exactly.
The way we found them, because we were itching to go out, because we are girls that party.
We go
That's
out.
One thing about us, we will go out.
Yes.
And we could not find the
nightlife.
scene
We were like, where is
to
it?
save us.
We were
so this is a
looking.
warning for people that go to Krabi.
You have to like
There
look,
actually-
and you
there's
actually have
one
to have
club.
friends. You
There's
have to-
one club,
yeah.
and you have to immediately find people that are your vibe, because or else
Exactly.
you might not have fun in Krabi.
There wasn't a club at all. Like it
There
was at
was
a
one,
hostel. Yeah,
but
yeah.
it was next to the hostel.
Yeah, the reggae one, and it was so weird. It was
It was,
like
it, was,
not.
it was not
It wasn't
a great
club. It was like outdoors.
It was not
so
a great
weird.
place to party, but it
No.
was we met so many lovely
It was a
people
nice
again.
place to like meet people. We made.
And the way we met them was by following this gorgeous woman. We saw her walk past us, and we're like, she knows where the party is.
She's
And
so
she
pretty. She has to
did.
know. Yeah,
I
we
follow
talked
her
to
on
them.
Instagram, and I'm in love with her.
She talked to her sister. I talked to the other sister, and they were both just like the most beautiful siblings I've ever seen. Like,
Born for Victoria's Secret.
I
Like,
would love, like, I would be in love if she was like straight, but she wasn't. No, if she,
Wow.
no, if she was queer, but she wasn't.
If they were both queer, that would have been our
bagged.
conquest.
Yes, that
Like,
would have been our new chapter 3.
that would have been another double date. But alas,
We went to this hostel, and I could just see white boy's flag from a mile away, and I decided, I was like, oh, I'm interested in that guy, because he had these baggy jeans,
no, he was wearing
tight
jeans
t-shirt.
in
like-
Thailand.
yeah,
Full jeans in Thailand.
that is bold. Like,
That is so bold.
it's crazy.
If you are wearing anything but shorts in Thailand as a man,
diabolical. I pray for you.
wow. Like that's,
Impressive.
we literally came over just to bow to him
Yeah.
for committing to the bit. Like
So we went up to him and his friend because we were like, yo, you guys have like white boys flag. We didn't say that, but like that was the vibe.
they had the swag.
And they were like, we both have girlfriends, but if you guys are happy to hang out for the rest of the time, knowing we have girlfriends, we're so down. And we were like, yeah, because we
loved
just
it.
wanted to dance. We did not want. We were
We just wanted to
heartbroken.
make friends.
Exactly.
Bro.
So we danced the night away with those two,
It was so fun.
and then we met another friend,
Which one are you talking
the
about?
one who was in love with you.
There's two of them. There's a bad one and there's a good one.
No, I'm talking about our sibling, our friend, our
Our
dear friend.
beautiful middle.
What the fuck was his name?
Daniel.
Ah, Daniel.
We love
Then
Daniel.
we met Daniel. He was so cutie.
He was
Loved him.
He was so lovely.
He hit on both of us respectively. And then we both declined, and he was like,
became
yup,
our
I'll be
best
friends
friend.
with you anyway.
Yeah,
And that is the energy we like.
and once again we stayed up till dawn.
With him. With him.
He was the
no
longest
sleep.
one.
Yeah.
Everyone else at one point went to bed, and then we were
Yeah.
like, well, now we have to walk up the long street to our hostel. And he was like,
I'll
you know what,
walk
I'll
with
walk you. You guys
And that is
back."
a true gentleman. I love Daniel. I have him on LinkedIn.
And then we were like, let's just stay up until it's breakfast time. So then
Yeah.
we were waiting for the breakfast places to
Oh
open.
my god.
And that was a
Krabi breakfast
hard,
was so good.
It was expensive, but it was delicious.
So good. Thailand is more
Delicious.
expensive than Vietnam, but like the food was so fire.
It was so fire.
I loved
But
the breakfast.
so then it became we just had to try
a
and
waiting
stay up as
game
long
of like
as
how to stay up.
possible.
Yeah.
Daniel sadly had to peel upon us leaving
Yeah.
the hostel. He's like, I can't do it.
He was like, I
can't
cannot
eat.
make
I
it with
can't."
you guys. I would love to come to breakfast,
But
I
he
can't.
did all the rest.
Yeah.
So
And then we saw him the next day as well.
literally, we
Every-
kept seeing him.
Every other day we were in Krabi and in Thailand in
Yeah.
general.
He
we
found
would
us in
bump-
PP.
We would
bro.
bump into him always. And
He saved my life.
yeah.
Later,
Our two cutie men were Dutch, and I continued to hang out with them.
we went all around the world with men.
Exactly. Sana had a night off, and I was dancing with the two Dutch guys again, and I missed my girl. But I just had the night just chatting with them.
And then
it was
we
so
swapped.
nice.
She took a night in, and then I went out and danced with Daniel.
Yes.
It was lovely.
Yes? Wait, I thought you had a night out in...
Because I had my night in, and you went out with the Dutch boys and Daniel. And then the
Yes.
next day, I went out.
And what did I do?
You went home and ate coconut rice.
That's so
Mango.
true. I wanted mango sticky rice, so I was like, fuck you
Yeah.
guys. I'm getting mango
And
sticky
you did.
rice.
But then me and Daniel hung out. It was
Yeah.
sick.
They went
We
to the
became friends.
beach. So cutie.
It was so cutie. We had the best time.
Dude, Asia summer, hot girl summer. Staying up, no sleep,
No sleep.
beach, amazing
Beach.
food, amazing friends, amazing romances. Like, it was
Nothing
so
but
fire.
winning in Asia.
No.
And then we went to what I would argue. Okay, this is my take, right?
Yeah.
This is my take on our two. We went to
Spin.
Vietnam and Thailand. Those were the two countries we
For
went
about
to.
a month.
And for a total of a month. And I think there were peaks on both ends of the trips. I think we started hard with Hanoi. That was my favorite Vietnam location.
And that's where I used to live, so I'm biased.
Like I was biased. I preferred Hanoi to
Mm.
Hoi An as much as I loved Hoi An. Hanoi was where it was at.
Yeah.
And then we ended strong in Thailand, and I think the best Thailand location was Phi Phi Island.
That was where we did like actual stuff. We had one night in Phuket before we went home because that was where our flight was at.
But that was resting. We were so cooked.
Yeah, and we just like swam in the ocean, and
And
it was so much
we
fun.
stayed the entire day on the beach and then
Yeah,
just went
we
to
literally
bed.
just had a beach day.
Yeah.
It was so cute. But PP was our last like hurrah. Like,
That was the closing event.
chapter 4, PP.
And
Phi Phi
I would
Island.
argue the final chapter.
Yeah, the final like proper.
Phuket is in there.
But it like doesn't matter
Yeah,
because
We did not hang out in Phuket.
No,
Nothing happened in Phuket.
we made 2 friends, but Sana didn't like them.
No, I hate them.
She actually hated
Ops.
them.
Like I literally I
She
said one
hated
thing
them.
to criticize them, and then they were done. Anyway, they're irrelevant because then we went to PP. Oh,
PP.
PP is the tiniest, cutest little island ever. There are no cars.
Nothing. You
They
walk
just use
everywhere.
wheelbarrows
It's
to move
walkable.
stuff.
It's an entirely walkable like
There are 2 beaches you can get to without a boat,
yeah.
and that's it. It's
Mhm.
adorable. It's tiny, and there's like this one club. It was called Slinky. They had a bull pit in it,
Slinky
and that
was
is where
so
we spent.
fire, bro.
That's
We
literally
met
where
the
we
best
spent the
people ever
3
in
of our
PP.
4 nights in
Yes.
PP. We hung out in the bull pit
We
in Slinky.
we were both like quite tired because this was like the last leg of the trip, so we were like, okay,
Like we've
let's
been
stay
party
in a,
girling.
let's stay
for
in a hotel.
3
We weren't in a
weeks.
hostel, so we made no friends at our hotel. But PP was so social and cute and amazing and
And it was
lovely.
so small. Like
So
you would just
small,
bump
so
into
tight-knit.
people. And
We
our,
made
our
so
hotel room
many
was
good
so
friends.
Cool. We were on a boat basically.
We were
It was stunning.
living in a boat
I
shack.
felt
It was
like
so
we were in
cute.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It was
like,
so
it's
amazing.
incredible.
Like on the outside. On the inside, it looked like somewhere you keep someone hostage.
Yes.
And we made an actual hostage video.
It was really fun. But we made the best out of it. When the
Yes.
sun was up, it was gorgeous.
Yeah.
The second the sun went down, ooh, scary. But
Because the lighting was all hospital lighting.
It was
But
crazy.
anyway, irrelevant. We made so many friends.
we were walking
and
in the street.
lovers.
We were walking in the street, trying to find people that matched our vibe. That was all we were doing. And then, what is that? I hear French.
And
I see French.
We speak French. We speak French, to be clear. In case y'all
We
didn't
do,
know.
bilingual queens. So here we are. We hear French. We look a squad of men, like a school of men, like fish. They were like 7 or 8 of
But
them.
I spot one with
She
a
saw one.
mustache.
And
You know how it is. You know.
And the best way I can describe him and what he was wearing that day was boat boy.
He was a boat boy.
He was wearing loafers,
Yep.
a white linen shirt with stripes on it,
Yep.
and linen shorts. He
Yep.
looked.
Yep.
That was the one thing you can criticize about that man. Blessed by God, in bone structure, body, personality, all of it. Wonderful man, but
Body, yaddy, yaddy. If
The
you're
boat-
watching this,
the boat
you know
fashion
you're
was a
sick.
bit much.
Yeah, it was a bit crazy.
It was a bit
But-
much. But
I spotted him, and as you know, if you haven't been able to tell from this whole video,
and
when
yet
I
another
spot someone,
wingman.
I have tunnel vision. Yet a wingman, Sammy, love you. I still
love
talk to him
you.
as well. I
We
absolutely love him.
love Sammy. We love Sammy. And
And-
he's the one that wingman does. He came up to us. He was like, "I see you pretty girls. What are you talking about?" And
he literally said
like, he
that.
literally was like,
like
"What are
word
you?
for word. He was like, "Pretty girls, what are you
talking about?" He's like, "My friends are going to fight in the like boxing ring that
Yeah.
we were next to," and we're like, "Okay, we'll watch skinny man fight." Like, cool.
Yeah.
And so then we basically like ended up following them into the bull pit
Yes.
Slinky Club.
Yes.
They adopted us.
Yeah.
They loved us. They all took turn on hitting on us.
It was this group of 8 men, all French doctors.
They were all French doctors on a boy trip to
Yeah.
fucking PP Island
Yeah.
for
But I
like,
only had time for one. I only had eyes for one.
boat boy.
Mm.
Boat boy.
Yeah.
French man.
And the night was just so much fun. The dancing was amazing. The ball was crazy.
I don't think the best I danced was in PP.
Oh, for sure. Me too.
The best, there was nothing holding us back. We
Yeah,
were dancing
we were-
around this
because-
bull pit.
Because Sana and I, it was we were like, our time is coming to an end. We have
We
to shake
gotta
ass. We have
go
to shake
hard.
ass. Like,
It was no
Yeah.
joke. We took that shit so seriously.
and Boat Boy was so fucking funny because like I was making eyes at him the whole night, and then we were
But
like,
he was running away. He was running around.
I know he was busy.
He was always on
like,
his phone. He was always leaving. He'd be there for 2 seconds
Yes.
and then be gone. And I was
Yes.
like, "Where are you
And I was
going?
like, this guy's so annoying.
How
and then-
can you possibly be busy at the club?"
I know. He was on his he was like,
No, he was always on the phone. I was
Yeah.
like, "Are you saving someone's life right now? Like, what are you
he
doing?"
was always on a mission. And then we would chit chat a little bit, and then I went to the toilet, and he followed me there, and he was like, "Oh, you again? Fancy seeing you here." And it's
He
like, yeah,
followed
that's
you.
kind of what happens when you follow someone from point A to point B. You see them there. Yes.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
He was very silly.
Yeah.
He was very silly.
But he stole my heart.
Frenchman.
Frenchman.
And later that night, wait,
Oh yeah. Then we were like, "Fuck off!" I didn't give a fuck because like we
he
were.
was not being serious.
No, we were like, okay, whatever.
And he kept running away.
So then
When did we meet Adam? Adam was day 2.
Adam was day 2. So this wasn't then. This was not then.
No, because things only got serious on night 2.
Yeah.
So let's jump cut
Jump
to
cut.
night 2. Now night 2, the
Night
exact
2.
same scene.
We're at the same
bar.
club. We're shaking ass again. I
And
had
there's
just
this-
gotten this tattoo because I was really sad.
There's this very tall man.
Yeah.
Staring at us
Sana's busy. She's
from
off
across
somewhere.
the bull pit.
Oh my god! Tell them about
Right.
then-
So I was alone on the street, and I was trying to find the Frenchman.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And I could not find the Frenchman because they had gone into the boxing ring, and the only way you could go into the boxing ring
Is
was
if you
bought
got a drink and we don't.
And I refused to spend the amount of water, like the amount of money they wanted me to spend on water, and I don't drink, so I just refused to go in, and I
yeah.
just
So
stood
she was
outside because it was almost over. And then this very beautiful man, to his credit, very, very handsome boy.
Very handsome.
He comes up to me, he's like, "What are you doing alone, pretty lady?" And I was like, classic. And he was handsome, he was very sweet.
Very tan,
I
gorgeous.
thought he was fine. Later on, he turned out to be an absolute op.
He's just a pest.
An little sex pest. That,
Yeah.
like, him and his friend we later met were absolute sex pests, which is so sad because he's beautiful. And I would have given him a shot had he not, like, sucked on the inside.
Yeah, it's like Dania to ruin it.
So beautiful on the outside, so
Bad
ugly
on the inside.
It
Yeah.
was so sad. It was a sad, slow revelation.
So at this
But-
point, I made friends with a guy called Adam because Sana was not present at this point in the night. But
we
this was-
diverged.
yeah, we diverged.
I
And
met
was-
sex pest. You met Adam.
Yes. Like, we met Adam the night before, but when I met him, Sana wasn't with me. She was somewhere else. I don't know where she was. Maybe the toilet. But I see this really tall guy with, like, piercings and, like, a baby mullet and, like, tats. And I
Tattoo
was
and
like,
a little short
and then
t-shirt.
I know he's looking at me because he keeps, like, coming, like, and I'm like, okay. And then
I
I'm like,
spotted him
and then
in
I'm
the
like,
crowd.
I
'cause
know
he was
you did.
so
I know
tall.
you did. He's so tall. I love you, Adam. I
We
actually
love
do.
you.
And now he has a mustache. So sexy. Anyway, so I was like, hey,
We rate
like,
the mustache.
I see you looking at me like,
What are you doing?
what you saying? What you saying? So then we become best friends. And we talk
Immediately.
on the
It's
beach.
immediate. And then
we,
they play.
we run off on
what
the beach
song
and
was
we
it?
talk.
Did they play Closer? They played
Yes,
Closer.
yeah, the tattoo.
And
you're
this is
so
what
good.
bonded us for
Yes.
life because the quote, like, she had just gotten this tattoo and he'd just shown us his tattoo and Closer was playing and the chorus, as you know, it's like, na 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 na, and it's like that tattoo on your shoulder. It was
so cute. It was like monumental.
The stars aligned.
It was faithful.
They both pointed at their tattoo on the shoulder, and I was in the middle. I was like, wow.
It was beautiful.
Nothing but
It
winning.
was such a lovely trio, and we went to the beach together. We swam together. Like
we chit chatted.
It was so fun. We spent days, like the day.
It was so lovely.
And we would just chat. We had so much in common. Like I actually wish he lived in the same place as me. Like I want to see him again so badly. Yeah. Anyway, so we have him, and we're like besties. And then we rock up to Sex, Pest, and Sauna, and we're like, "Yo, what we saying? What's the move?" And then we go to the club.
We go to the same club because we did in fact love dancing around the ball pit. It was honestly so ideal. I loved it.
Sex Pest unfortunately had a Sex Pest amigo who
was worse than
ruined my life. He like pulled me away from the club. I am committed to Frenchmen. Like he knows.
She was in love.
I was in love, like madly in love, and like, just kidding. But he pulls me away, and I'm like, bro, I don't drink, and he's like, okay, I'll get you water, and I was like, okay, like free water, whatever. So I'm taken away by this terrible British man. Ugly, terrible.
His friend was at least cute.
Yeah, but he was just awful. He was like negative Riz, like actual negative Riz. And so I'm like, yo, like, can I please go back to my girl? Like, she has my phone, and like, I need to know she's okay.
You literally left all your belongings with me.
Yeah, and so I run back. I'm traumatized. I'm so upset. And then I run back, and I see Sana and like the French boys, and I'm like, oh my god, life is okay again. And then like I tried to kiss Frenchman to let him know that I was loyal to him.
But we skipped over a pinnacle character.
Who, Mikhail?
Mikhail.
I know.
Because Mikhail predates Sex Pest getting you away. So we're dancing on this night. We have to do this because he was so incredible and such a loud character in our time there. But
monumental
from
character.
Across the bull pit.
Yes.
Like we
see
Adam,
this guy.
We see this guy throwing it
shaking
back. He is
ass.
the only one matching our freak.
And he's alone. And I'm like, oh, we fuck with this.
And literally we're like looking at each other.
And we're like, hey,
dance off
exactly
from
the
bull pit.
Yes.
And he is matching our vibe.
Yeah.
And thank God he comes up to us.
And then we just spend the rest of time boogieing away with him.
Yeah, but in the time that you'd run away with Sex Pest, I was approached yet again by Frenchman. I had all our stuff, and I was dancing with our lovely friend Mikhail, and we were throwing ass. Shakira came on at one point. I was having the time of my life.
I cannot believe I was on here.
Like, you should have taken your phone, because then I could have saved you. But I literally had no way to find you.
No, you had all my shit. She had my bag.
So I literally couldn't leave to go find you.
Yeah.
And I was with Mikhail. He was Canadian.
Yes.
Another Canadian we love.
Love him.
And then Frenchman came over to me.
Yeah.
He started dancing with me. I was like, "Ooh, I didn't know you could boogie like this." Okay, King. Okay, we're throwing it back. We're having the best time by the bull pit.
Yes.
And there was a running thing about us not getting on the bull pit.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big thing. And the Frenchman so deeply desired us to go on the bull. And well, I was left alone. And I made a choice. And I literally went, "Frenchman, I will get on the bull, but only if you pay for it."
Mm-hmm.
And he went, "I'm paying for it." So then I got on the bull. I scored 69. I hurt my hip again. Yeah. I popped steroids, which I learned that you're not supposed to do at night because they key you up.
Yeah.
We then went to the beach. The club turned off. All the lights went.
Yeah.
And we were sad. So it's us, it's Frenchman, us, and Mikhail now on a beach in PP.
Yes.
Mikhail and I are like, we're not over the boogie.
No.
Not at all.
Sana gives him AirPod, and they are just in front of me and Frenchman giving us
You can put that video in.
Yes, of course I will. Because Frenchman and I
4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Me and Mikhail with one earpod in each ear. Once again, throwing it back on the beach. I had never felt so in tune with my body in my life.
No.
Part of it was probably the steroids, but also the vibes. It was incredible. I love Mikhail. Dancing buddy for life.
I want to see him again as well. Dude, literally everyone we met,
I hope I see them all again. I want to. But, so we're dancing it up on the beach. The infamous video of us dancing it up on the beach gets filmed, and then we diverge.
We diverge once again.
So
I diverge with Frenchman.
And ... And they leave me with Mikhail.
No, because we were getting a speaker. That was the plan. We were getting a speaker for you guys. And I got the speaker. To be clear, I got the
It
speaker. You
only
remember
took
that?
you 3 hours.
But I brought the speaker. I came back with the speaker.
But yes, they leave. I'm fully abandoned. You don't check your phone the entire time. We're so lucky Mikhail turned out to be a G.
Yeah.
Because he so could have trafficked me.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah.
He was bigger than me, had muscles,
Yeah.
and I was injured and
Drugged.
on drugs and 5'3". So it was not.
Yeah.
Luckily, he turned out to be a G. We busted out some moves. Then we went to the other beach because we figured out the sun was going to come up from over there.
Yeah.
We hung out. I stood in front of his aircon. I didn't even need to go into the room. And the aircon blasted me with the force of like icebergs. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? This is the most powerful AC I'd ever encountered.
Yeah.
And we charged my face. And we hung out on the beach and we had the best time. And we waited for your humble return.
Mhm.
You only texted me as the sun was rising.
Oh, Olive is here.
Oh,
We're gonna have a live
intermission.
audience. We're gonna have a live audience.
Mine's now blinking in the weird way as well.
Hey!
Our live audience.
It's the brunette trio! We have a live audience now. Olive just came over for it because, as I explained, we're doing a little party tonight at my crib. So
Yeah.
As someone who has the hottest girls on every summer, guys.
yeah,
Last summer, barely got out of bed every day.
And Frenchman and I returned from our
Abandon
little.
me.
We returned,
You're
and
abandoning me on the beach with a random man we just met
Aw.
for 3 hours.
yeah,
But turned out he'd be a chiller. And then we got breakfast with Mikhail. That was a lovely time.
that was so much fun. Because
It was
once
so
again,
ridiculous.
breakfast in Thailand is elite. It was where it was at. I'll put the link to the. Actually, I won't because I don't remember the name of the restaurant.
But they
I
had
breakfast
gluten-free
there every
pancakes.
day.
They had
The menu
like
with
the
the size of a Bible. It was crazy.
No.
It was actually crazy. Anyway, so Frenchman has to leave to Phuket, but we were going to Phuket as well. But again, nothing happened there because we just watched Tarzan and we ate pad thai. That's all we did in Phuket.
Yeah.
And so I said goodbye to him, and then we got breakfast with Mikhail.
We
and it
swam
was
in
fire.
the ocean, almost got eaten by a bunch of things in the sea.
Yes, that was crazy.
It
There
pretty
was what
intense.
was it called?
You got sea urchin.
Sea
'cause
urchin.
You went too.
I got
you
stung
went-
by a
I got
motherfucking
stung
sea.
by a sea urchin.
Terrible.
I kicked a sea
Oh.
urchin with my heel.
I know, but I
But
was
you
not-
were
Knocked
dumb.
it off.
Yeah, I was nonchalant about
But
it.
it was-
Everyone knows I'm nonchalant about
But
it.
it was your fault because you went past the string and then you were like, oh, that's why there was a
That's
string.
why there's a string. Because I was like, I want to go deeper. Like I want to swim, and then
The
and
sea
then
urchins. Yeah, we had breakfast. We looked through the breakfast Bible.
yeah, it was amazing. It
Then
was
we had a
always-
shopping day.
We had a shopping day
It was
because
so
like
needed.
my man was gone, and we were like, okay, back to like girlhood.
Material girl.
Exactly, and we got
Woo.
so many like little cute
Like,
pieces.
And I wear everything I
Same,
got that day. I
same.
got the most wonderful jorts known to man.
True.
It was,
And you got these in Asia too.
I got the best stuff.
Yeah, I love. Anyway.
But yeah, it was vibes.
Yes. So that would conclude our Asia Hot Girl Summary.
Mhm.
And now we're going to give a bit of an epilogue,
Yeah.
what happened after. And then we'll move on to media, because this has been a very long episode.
Yeah. So I went crazy.
We flew back in Sana. I couldn't say goodbye to her. I couldn't conclude
Because
the trip properly
the
because
last
she ran
thing
to
I
the
ate on
toilet
the trip-
and started like throwing up. And obviously I cannot participate in that.
No, that's
So I
one thing
was
Alicia
like,
will not do.
No.
But literally, I went to Asia for a month.
Didn't get food poisoning.
But I ate a piece of toast with custard on a plane, and I was gone for 5 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, we didn't get to say goodbye. It
No.
was rather tragic.
It was
I had
actually
to
fun.
run through security, and then I waved at her by the bag grabbing
Yeah.
thing, and I went into the bathroom, and I did not see her for 2 weeks because
That was a beautiful end to our
Let's
trip.
just say she's still there.
She's still there.
I took one of the craziest photos of me ever taken.
Just like throwing up in the toilet.
Like, it's the craziest thing. I wrote a little monologue for all my fans,
Oh, yes.
and I've been really complimented on it, but colorful language is used. And I was out with food poisoning for literally a week. I was so literally weak and bedridden for an amount of time that was absurd. And then
yeah, and for me, she was bedridden. I was emotionally like stunted.
because we have what I would say the party girl version of nom flashbacks.
yeah, yeah,
What?
non-flashback.
Like, you know, it's like
No, because like, look,
I say
whenever
this is
we
your
talk
mom.
about
if you've
Asia,
ever been on like a life-changing long trip, coming back home is the most depressing thing ever.
especially
because-
at the beginning of summer,
Yes.
because we went from May to June,
And
then
that
we
was
got
like the
back
start of summer,
mid-June.
and then we had all of summer to live, and like you hang out with people that didn't experience that
We
shit
peaked
with you.
too early.
You like are in an environment where you don't get to like socialize and meet people every second of every day.
Not
and,
everyone's looking to make friends like they are when they travel.
Exactly. Like the vibes when you travel are so different, and like I just miss it so much. And
literally,
I miss
whenever
it.
we reminisce about Asia, Alicia will be like, "Stop!
I couldn't
I'm gonna
take
cry.
it.
I'm gonna cry."
My life goal now is to just make bank and get back to Asia, where I belong.
Or travel again. Just
Yes.
travel the world again. That's
no, but like not Europe. Like I mean,
we can go to like South America.
True. I've always wanted to
I
go to
really would.
Brazil.
That was we
I'm
had
doing
the
Spanish
two.
next year to make up for the courses I didn't complete.
Hey!
But no, like we had it was between South America and Asia.
So
and we
next
chose
time,
Asia.
South America.
That side of the world is next.
Wow, you're leaving Alicia hanging as fuck.
Oh, this happens in every episode.
It does.
It's actually a running gag. I did not pick up on it.
Anyway,
But
so yeah, and then following that, we've just been here. I went to Croatia with some folks and made friends and fell in love once again, but that's neither here nor there. Also, going back to this is what we kept referring to this entire episode about the world being so small. So basically, we are in this hostel that we fucking hate in Hoi An.
But it led us to V and her dogs.
Yes,
So
that's what
ultimately,
matters.
it was meant to happen.
But this girl rooming with us had curly hair. She looked exactly like Nicole Kidman. Beautiful jewelry, Nicole Kidman. So basically, we're like talking to her in the hostel, and then we hate the hostel so much that we leave and we never see her again.
Yeah.
But then I'm in Croatia, and I'm in a supermarket getting peaches for my friends, and then in front of the line, she
2.5 months later.
2.5 months later, she turns back to me. She's like, "Hey, I have loads of stuff, and you only have peaches. Do you want to go before me?" And I'm like, "I know you." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Hoi An hostel." And she was like, "Oh my god!" And then we got drinks that night. But is that not the most insane thing ever?
We met this girl in a shit
One night in a
hostel
shit
Vietnam.
hostel, and then in Croatia in a random supermarket.
2.5 months later.
Like, and then we got drinks, and it was beautiful, and she's so lovely.
The
And
world is it's
over
so
the course,
small.
Over the course of her travels, you know the guy we were talking about with the piercings, Adam, closer chain smokers? Like,
no, that was fucked up.
no,
It
because
gets worse.
she also on her travels befriended him, and she gave him her like favorite necklace, and then we were best friends with him in Asia as well. And it's just the world is so small, so I have full faith that Hot Girl Summering will pay off, and we will meet these people once more.
It'll be a season 2 of Travels, and we'll have the characters reoccur, and we'll have new ones appear.
Because we're also so young,
We're so
and
young.
everyone who was traveling was so young, apart from like Evan, 30.
But he's so lit, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Like, he's in fucking Morocco.
I love him so much. I actually love Evan so much.
Is he in Morocco or New Zealand?
I think this wraps it up nicely. There's this German saying that one of my lovers, the buzzcut guy, he told me. It's, I don't know it in German because I don't speak German, but the translation is, if you meet someone and connect with them once, you are guaranteed to meet them a second time in life.
Aww,
and
that's
so
really cute.
I think that'll happen.
Very like my German.
I miss him. I miss her German. He was so
He
nice.
was so fun. And you
I
guys,
cannot stress
you guys
enough.
chit-chatted.
Rob from Love Island. He looks exactly the same. And
He's
it's
so
sexy.
handsome.
So sexy. Do you know who I'm talking about? Rob from Love Island.
I'll show you a picture of
He's
my
so
German
sexy.
boy after this.
Beautiful eyes. We hot
But-
girl summered too close to the sun, and
That's the conclusion. That's the conclusion.
And then nothing else of note happened.
nothing happened. Nothing of consequence. Nothing. Anyway, media of the week.
Is mine still blinking?
Yeah, it's so weird. I
These
never understand.
mics are so particular.
Were you gonna say precarious?
I was gonna say both, and I had to pick, but
They're so. Anyway, media of the week. Let's go.
what you feeling?
All right, I'll start with music. All these things are actually connected to our live audience, Olive, because I experienced them with them. But live at Bush Hall, Black Country New Road, the live recorded album, so
good.
fire.
Yeah, that one's
I'd
great.
only ever listened to Ants from Up There, and I just worship that album. But Olive introduced me to live at Bush Hall, and now I just love it so much, and it's so emotional.
Yeah, as fuck.
Yeah, and like when it's like, I will never laugh that hard, and when she's like, ever again. Like, oh my god! Yeah, if you know, you know. Listen to Live at Bush Hall, listen to Black Country New Road.
I have 2 songs to recommend.
Go ahead.
First one, they're so, I've just found them, so I'm gonna just read it. It's 4 Months Live by Team Sleep
Mhm.
and Pinwheel by S. Cher. They are both incredible, very moody, no lyrics. They're just very vibes-based songs.
Fire.
They make me feel like I'm in a movie.
Fire.
So highly recommend them.
Mhm.
Do you have like a movie?
Well, wait, I'm not done with music yet. So
Why'd you hand it over then? Finish your music. Olive,
You're not even a
you can
special
add-
guest in this episode. Okay, fuck you. If you want a special guest episode, you need to be there for the whole episode.
Okay, can we do it on
Yeah, honestly, but
The what?
on being medicated.
Oh.
That would
very
be
different ways.
That would be a
Anyway,
fire
but yeah.
episode. But have you listened to the new Sabrina Carpenter album?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either, but
I listened to Brat for the first time yesterday.
I still haven't listened to Brat. Okay, albums I need to listen to: Sabrina Carpenter, Brat, and fucking Claro's new album. I haven't listened to the whole.
Have you listened to Gracie Abrams' new album?
I did not even know she had a new album.
It's pretty excellent.
Okay,
I
listen
prefer
to it.
Gracie Abrams' album to the Brat album. I can't do all of them songs on Brat, sadly, and I wish I
Do
could.
you not like Hyperpop? Blade?
Blade.
You don't like Blade?
I don't like Blade.
No.
I do not like
Blue Eyes love Blade.
That makes sense, but go on.
I don't like all of Brat, but some of Brat is very good.
No, there's
I
like
prefer
a
the
few
extended
songs
cut.
I fuck with heavy, but I don't fuck with the entire album, which I thought I would, and it was kind of sad when that didn't occur because it's been
I need to listen
championed
to the
across
whole
the
thing.
internet. But
'Cause-
I like some songs on it. Everything is Romantic is
Yes,
my favorite one, I think.
Because for me, whenever I listen to albums, I listen to them chronologically
Yeah.
all the entire way through, and I can't listen to albums any other way. So that's why I have to set aside like actual chunks of time to do this. But my final music rec, last night I was listening to like This Is Flo Milli on Spotify. She's so bad.
Yeah.
She is so bad. Like, oh, she's sexy and like her music
So
just like makes you feel like a bad bitch. I love Flo Milli. Flo Milli shit.
Wait, I'm gonna find the Gracie Abrams song I liked.
I
Since
love
mentioned
Flo Milli.
her.
Yeah,
She made a song with Childish Gambino, and that slaps as well.
I Love You, I'm Sorry is like all over the internet, but I love
That's
that
an
Gracie
old
song.
Gracie Abrams song. That's an old one.
Well, it was a single for the new album.
Nothing happened in the way. That one? In the way
Yeah,
out?
it's on her new album.
That's insane.
it was
I
a
thought
single,
that was really
bro.
old. That's crazy. I saw Gracie Abrams.
And I'm waiting for the fucking
I
deluxe
saw her
one.
live. Gracie Abrams in
Ooh.
London.
Wow.
You know, it happens. Movies. Beau is Afraid. That was my first Ari Aster movie, and it was interesting to say the least. It was not enjoyable.
Why are you recommending it?
Cause like it's
It's
an
an
experience for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
And also, it's nothing like Hereditary or Midsommar.
Yeah.
Or any of the rest.
Oh.
It felt like it was targeted at nobody, and I kind of fuck with that.
Yeah, like
He made
This
it for
is for
himself?
no-
Yeah.
Yeah.
no one's gonna.
He was like, no one's gonna like this, but I'm gonna spend so much money on it
I'm gonna do it anyway.
and make it. And to be fair, I do love Joaquin Phoenix, and I felt his performance was amazing regardless.
Ah.
Because he could only really display one emotion in the film, and that was kind of like
Fear.
distress, fear and distress. But he like managed to
Do it in an
portray it so
interesting
many
way.
ways.
That's
Just,
that's
you know,
cool. That's range. That's range.
range.
That's range.
All right, your turn.
I have not watched a lot of movies, but one movie I have watched recently, and I watched it purely because Andrew Garfield was in it, and it was Hacksaw Ridge. It
That's
was
crazy to watch just because Andrew Garfield.
because I saw a clip from it, and I was like, well, he's looking sexy. Let's go watch it. And it was actually a really great story about a really cool guy.
Yeah,
His
it's
name was
supposed to be a
Desmond
fantastic
Doss,
movie.
and he
Yeah.
was sick as hell. So Google him, I guess. And the movie was pretty okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it was too short, in my opinion, but I enjoyed watching Andrew Garfield
Mhm.
be himself. He was basically just Andrew Garfield in a different time, low key.
Mm.
But I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it wins anything, but that's what I watched.
Yeah. And to watch, I really want to watch the It Ends With Us, because I read the book.
Oh, I watched that!
What?
I watched it, yeah.
When? At the cinema?
No. I was like, I'm not giving you money. There's too much beef about it. And they're
No,
doing
'cause
my
the-
guy.
The internet is like dragging Blake Lively, which is crazy.
And also, it's Colleen Hoover.
Yeah, like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to watch it because I think it'll be a masterpiece. I'm trying to watch
To
it.
get in the discourse.
I'm trying to watch it from an analytical point of view.
I watched it. I thought it was fine. I don't think it's special.
From a
I did
pop culture
enjoy
point of
seeing.
view.
Oh, what's his name? I feel so bad for
Justin
not knowing
Bieber.
his name. But
Him.
Yeah, Man from Jane the Virgin. He's a king. I really enjoyed him on screen.
Because also there's just so
I think his casting was good.
there's so much
his
media
casting was
discourse
good.
about it that I want to watch it to get in on it and have my own.
It was filmed like a rom-com, which is problematic
It's so
beyond the
problematic
fact.
because it's literally
yeah.
just a film about like. Oh, I can't say because YouTube will take it.
But like, yeah.
But
I watched
do wanna
it.
watch
I thought it was okay.
Okay.
But I enjoyed him in the movie. I thought he did a great job.
Because from what I've heard, and I won't be able to confirm this until I watch it myself, it's like the leads were all acting in different films. Like they were going in with different
it was very strange. It was very strange.
Yeah.
But I watched it. It was okay.
But I do think getting involved in pop culture and media discourse is important. And
hip.
Forming your own opinion.
Stay
You
hip.
can't just like get on a bandwagon. Like cancel culture is so crazy. Like,
do we have any like TV or creators or other forms of media to throw in before we dip?
Book. Okay,
Book.
If summer means like existential dread for you, which it does for me most often, I would recommend Someone Who Will Love You in All Your Damaged Glory. It's an amazing series of short stories about like relationships and connection, and it's written by the guy who writes or wrote BoJack Horseman.
Whoa!
Fabulous series of short stories. I love short stories as well. If you like struggle to get through really long and chunky books, series of short stories are gas for the summer for sure.
Oh, I watched an excellent show.
Tell.
It's actually some of the most scrumptious TV I've enjoyed in a while. It's a limited series. It's
love
on
it.
Netflix and it's called Bodies. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but just read the premise and watch it. It is such an incredible show. I've not been like surprised by TV in a very long time, and I was just consistently surprised and pleased by all the performances, the writing, and the story in that show. It was genuinely so nice to watch good TV. But yeah, Bodies on Netflix. Watch it. It's great.
Bodies, the TV show, and Bodies, the movie is fire. I would recommend. Have you seen it? You would love it. You would actually want to. You have to. Okay.
Okay,
Anyway,
is that
this
it?
episode has been so long, but we're back to consistent episodes. We've been gone for a while, long hiatus.
But I hope
We
the
were in the
long
trenches.
episode makes up for it.
Yeah.
And the lore we've dropped with it.
This was our summer abridged version. If we talked
Believe
about
it or not.
If we talked about it in depth, it would be like 10 hours.
Lots.
But yeah,
We hop up summer pretty close to the sun.
pretty close to the sun.
But we're here still.
Okay.
See you next week.